is widely known for having some of the best drinking water around. Most of it comes from the Cascades, but the Rose City has another water source a lot of people don't know much about.
Yeah, environmental reporter Cale Williams joins us now in studio with a look at where else our water is coming from. Cale.
Well, Brittany, it might surprise you to learn it's coming from right under our feet. Maybe not our feet here in the studio, but when Portland isn't pulling water from the slopes of Mount Hood, we're getting it from huge underground aquifers in northeast Portland. And I got a chance to tour the facility where all that water is processed. You may have heard of the Bull Run Watershed. It's 102 square miles of pristine forests on the western flank of Mount Hood. And when everything's going right, that's where Portland gets its drinking water. But Portland has another slightly less picturesque water source, the Columbia River Southshore Wellfield.
We've got 25 different wells, and they are spread throughout what we call our Wellfield, which goes from about the airport at 205 all the way out to Blue Lake Park.
Scott Bradway is the Water Quality Information Manager for the Portland Water Bureau. And he says you don't have to look too far back to see why the city needs a backup plan for safe water. In August, a wildfire broke out in the Bull Run Watershed near the Bureau's treatment facility.
There was a potential risk at that time that we may have had to evacuate our Bull Run treatment source.
But groundwater isn't only used in emergencies. Bradway said that after the long, hot, dry summer, the Bureau started pumping groundwater to supplement the Bull Run supply. And that just happened to be the day before the fire broke out.
We're very fortunate here in Portland to have two high-quality sources of the Bull Run and our groundwater Wellfield out here.
The wells themselves run from 100 to 500 feet deep, and they tap into different groundwater sources. Pumps deliver the water here to their treatment facility, where it's collected and treated with ammonia and chlorine in this 2 million gallon tank.
And what the ammonia does is it blends with the chlorine to form a long-lasting disinfection, so that will keep that disinfection active throughout the whole distribution system.
The water is constantly tested at a lab on site before giant pumps send it out to reservoirs at Powell Butte. From there, the water makes its way through distribution lines and on to your taps and shower heads at home. And Bradway, he said Portlanders should consider themselves lucky. We've got not one, but two high-quality sources of clean water.
There are many places around the country that don't have a secondary source they can rely on when they have emergencies or other issues that happen to their primary source. So, I think we're just really fortunate to have this resource available to us.
So did you notice when the groundwater kicked in back in August? Bradway told me that most folks, they can't tell the difference, but the groundwater does have more minerals in it. So if you noticed more spots on your dishes or your soap didn't quite work up the lather that it usually does, those are good signs your water might be coming from the Wellfield. Ashley, Brittany.